This Aquaspira air testing tutorial is intended as a guide only. In this tutorial, to demonstrate a low pressure air test, a mill test stopper has been used. The mill test or air top off stopper is an inflatable sealing ring with a central membrane. It is designed as a lightweight, single-sized inflatable stopper used to carry out low pressure air testing. In this video, we demonstrate how to correctly inspect, install and use this type of stopper when testing Aquaspira composite steel reinforced or CSR pipes. The installed location of the stopper depends on how the CSR pipe has been installed. The stopper could be installed in a socket, spigot or a plain end. For pipes with a socket or spigot connection, the stopper should be installed so that it sits firmly against the T-section of the pipe. For pipes with a plain end, the stopper should be installed so that it sits at a slight angle. The angle will be dictated by a marked line that is drawn into the pipe by the operator. This will be explained later in this video. Two CSR pipes have been jointed together in this video. The ends of the two pipes feature a socket and a plain end. Before starting the test, ensure that you have the correct equipment. Two mill test inflatable stoppers, a U-gauge manometer, soapy water and an air line regulator. It is important to make sure that the stopper you have chosen is appropriate for the pipe diameter you are testing. Start by ensuring that the inflation equipment and hoses are clean and are free from any damage. Check that both stoppers are the correct size and are also free from any damage, paying particular attention to the outside of the stopper and the surface that comes into contact with the inner wall of the pipe being tested. Before installing the stopper, first clean the inside of the pipe where the stopper will sit. This can be completed by using a stiff bristle brush and a damp rag. Remove any debris or material that could puncture the stopper or create a leak path. When inserting the stopper into the cleaned socket, position it against the T-section. When the stopper is in position, connect the air supply to the inflation valve, which is situated on the outer rim of the stopper. Inflate the stopper in line with the manufacturer's guidance. Avoid standing directly in front of any stoppers that are under pressure, as it could be dangerous. At the other end of the pipe, repeat the cleaning process. Remove any debris or material that could puncture or create a leak path. As mentioned earlier in the video, when installing a stopper in a pipe which has been cut creating a plain end, the stopper needs to be installed at a slight angle. To find this angle, the operator is required to mark the inside of the pipe. Using a coloured marker or chalk, draw a line along the lock weld around the inner circumference of the pipe until the lines overlap parallel to each other. The stopper will be inserted between these marked lines. Insert the stopper between the marked lines. Once the stopper has been placed in between the parallel lines, connect the air supply to the inflation valve on the outer rim of the stopper and inflate in line with the manufacturer's guidance. Once both stoppers are in place and inflated, locate the stopper with the air valves in the center diaphragm. Connect the U-gauge manometer to the appropriate air valve in the center of the stopper. Then connect the air supply to the other air inlet valve in the centre diaphragm. Once connected, pressurize the pipe to 0.01 bar or 100 millimeters of water pressure. Once the correct pressure has been reached, turn off and disconnect the air supply. To check for leaks, apply soapy water to the valves, around the edge of the bung, and to the joint you are testing. If bubbles begin to form, this indicates a leak and the test has failed. The pressure reading on the manometer will also begin to drop. If the test is successful, the pressure reading should remain stable and the gauge should not move. This completes the Aquaspira air testing procedure demonstration. For an in-depth guide, please refer to the Aquaspira air testing guide, which can be found on the website www.aquaspira.com.